Hello, guys. Jared, my calm looks. Oh, yeah. Is it me or you, bro? It's me. I can't really size it. Anyways, how are you guys? How are you guys? Unfortunately, I'm going to be the only host for today. Seb, our co-host, has a pregnant. He has three pregnant wives. He has to go and deliver, so he's not going to be able to get here today. But yeah, how are you guys doing, guys? We are back at the final second. This is episode 4, if I'm not mistaken, and we have had quite a very, should I say, great welcome back to the scene. We've been away for a very long time. We came back last week Sunday, and now we're here again this week Sunday. And you guys have welcomed us. So thank you so much for welcoming the final cycle back. And well, this week, of course, we have a couple of things we want to go and talk about, and rather a lot of things. Unfortunately, my co-host, the guy who likes to talk a lot, is not going to be able to make it here. So me, the guy who doesn't like the quiet guy, I'm going to be the one anchoring the whole thing today. So how are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. Hope we've all had an eventful Sunday, eventful day. Going to church, hopefully. But yeah, guys, we are kickstarting things off today with, you know, being able to go and decipher Africa's powerhouses. There's like, first of all, we talked about Cyclone last week and how the fact that they are making a comeback to the African scene. And I'm very sure a lot of you did see. Okay, we haven't really seen them play any events yet, but you guys have seen their roster already, and it's looking very, very crazy. Uh, Unfortunately, I can't really see stream chat right now, but I will find a fix for that so I can like communicate with you guys in real time, and hopefully we can talk to each other, and it's not just gonna be me blabbing the whole stream. But yeah, of course, we want to go and decipher Africa's powerhouse and the two powerhouses. I think there's a lot more than two because we have Marshall that gave it. You saw what they did yesterday, guy. That was insane. The former Ace gamers now MSH. I think we also have NATO coming back to the scene. They're not looking bad. They have quite an impressive roster, I'd say. But I wouldn't really describe them as powerhouse. But I think the one org you want to look out for. And I saw a video from the Aura boys yesterday about them Aura 233 saying they're like top teams in Africa. I respect that. I respect the grind, guys. But it's just anyways, we want to go and decipher Africa's powerhouses. So today we're starting things off with let's go to Cyclone. Just came back from the dead, and they picked up like a pretty impressive roster of players, and for us to go and see those players, there is currently a feature on the real time website where you go and see teams and get roster. So let's head over there together and let's go look at what Cyclone looks like right now. I want to go and see what Cyclone looks like right now, production. I'm still seeing my face out there, guys. Anyways, we're looking over for production to give us that on screen, and we can go and look at what Cyclone Gaming looks like right now in 2026 and what they are looking like going into the rest of the events. Right now, we started the African Championship circuit yesterday. A lot of you watched the qualifiers. It was live on YouTube, TikTok. I think there was like 4 TikTok streams. Myself, the ASG TikTok, Die Hard, Mommy Witch and Seb as well, the watch parties. Big shout out to everybody who made the banger yesterday. But of course, let's go look at that Cyclone roster. You see a lot of teams here, but it's that one team I want to go and point out, Cyclone Gaming. The two right now, I'd say the two powerhouses. There's a lot of names from last year that we're unfortunately not seeing. There's a lot of names from last year that we're not really seeing in comps this year. I don't know what's happening. But well, Cyclone have come, and we can go and look at that roster and see the players that are currently there. You can see a lot of teams on your screen: Hunters, Radicals, Dynamic Esports. But the one team we want to go and point out is that team right there by the last right, Cyclone Gaming. And you can see the roster, man. Toxic, Logan. This is literally the roster we got from Champs. Stage 4 last year. They did play for PDX. Not all of them. I don't think Logan was there at the LAN. He wasn't. Dean as well. Dean was not at the LAN, was he now? Kind of forget. I'm getting old, guys. I'm like 20, bro. I'll be 21 next year, guys. Anyways, so this is like this is like the SA boys, yeah. And then we did talk about if potentially Carifest did bring up this whole giving us a chance to do multinational teams and all that. Is it really going to like benefit people, or are they ever going to care? Because it seems like Cyclone right now, they just picked up a full SA. Everybody on that roster is South African, literally. And then these are like, I mean, they've literally been called a super team, even though they're just from one particular country. So me personally, I stand for multinationals, yeah. But like for teams like Cyclone right now, do we really think multinationals are going to do anything to them or for them? I really doubt it. But again, they have a pretty impressive roster, and we haven't seen them play on the stage yet. I think their first game is going to be next week, Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully we do get to see them. We also haven't seen PDX play yet, but they are going to be having, I think, 2 matches on stream today. So you guys watch out for that. I'm excited to see what PDX are going to be doing against teams on the main stage. But again, Cyclone Gaming, this is their current roster, and no, let me look for a way to connect to chat so I can talk to you guys in real time. But yeah, what do you guys think Cyclone is missing? If let's say now Carifest for some reason decide to allow multinationals, what do you guys think Cyclone Gaming needs to get on board and on that team to make it complete? Because currently, I think the only player that they're missing, in my opinion, would be maybe a player like Michael, who has played with these guys a lot. All these South African players, maybe Michael. But that aside, I don't really see what multinationals goes to do for a team like Cyclone. I might be wrong again. Hopefully, maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I want to see what you guys think on chat. Again, we're live on Twitch and TikTok. The main stream is on Twitch. This is a restream from my end to TikTok for you guys to watch it. But again, I'm trying to get chat so I can, talk to you guys and ask you guys what you think before we go into our next segment. It's all about Cyclone Gaming right now. If we get multinationals this year, Macari first and for World Champs, what do you think Cyclone needs to change about the roster? Because if you ask me, they look pretty good. They look like a super team that can actually win the whole thing. And if they need to change anything, I don't think it's much. I don't think it needs to change that much. So, well, we're gonna find out, guys. I'm trying to connect to the chat so I can actually hear what you guys have to say. Unfortunately, it's taking me 10 hours to connect to. Hopefully, I can get into the chat soon. But yeah, you guys just let me know. Jerry, can you possibly maybe read out chat for me if you're on the chat? So we can get an idea of what the people are saying, because I can't see any of the chats, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't see any of the chats anywhere. Unfortunately, my softwares are all not working. Nigeria is just not helping me today, guys. But yeah, you guys let me know what you think about Cyclone Gaming and what they need to be, added up to that roster. Okay, connected to TikTok chat successfully. Now I can see your chats. On TikTok. Hello, guys. So now you guys can start please resend your chats. Wherever you guys start before, resend it in again. Because unfortunately, I couldn't see your chats before, guys. So please resend your chats in. Hello, Sumi. How are you doing? You guys resend your chats. What do you think? Hello says they need Squid. Squid is a solid player, Squidward, but I think he's calling the NATO gaming roster, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure how the rosters currently look like, but why do they need Squidward? Why do they need Squid? Because again, who is he going to put on the bench there? What do you guys think Squid is going to put down? Somebody says yes. What I said was the alpha that took your Jesus Christ. You know what, guys? Do I have much on my chat? Because somebody just used that game for me for like 2 hours. Thank you very much. But anyways, guys, what do you guys think they actually need? Hello says they need Squid. Can you give me a reason why you think they need Squid? Because personally, I don't think they need Squid. I don't think so. I mean, they have Logan, they have Yuji, Simsy, they literally have everything they need in terms of a full roster there. Hello says if I speak, I'm in trouble. I actually want you to speak, man. That's the lessons, bro. Currently, I don't think they lack that much in terms of player base and in terms of the talent roster that they have right now. I think they have what it takes to go head to head. Maybe not against, I'm not trying to look for trouble, but maybe not against VDX because we saw what happened last year. The skill level between the Egyptian players and the South African players was on a whole different level. I mean, it's literally like this right now in Africa, yeah? It's the rest of Africa, then SA, then Egypt. That's how it is. Like, it's clear. There's no doubt. It's Africa, the rest of Africa, NG, everybody else, what do you call it, Kenya, everybody else. Then you go to South Africa, they're better than everybody else there. And then you go to the final boss, Egypt, where, they're just that team. With the exception of 2 players from Ghana and Morocco, of course, Darox and Rain, those 2 players are the only exceptions from the rest of Africa. But from what I see, I think, if Cyclone are going to get to that level where they can actually take on a team like PDX, man, it's going to require a lot of training. And hopefully they're ready. And after last year's defeat, they come back stronger. Squid is in Ace. Oh, Squid is in MSH then. Thank you for that, Enzo. Squid is in MSH. Now we've seen the Cyclone roster, and you guys are not really giving me any shake body about what they need. So I'm gonna assume that they're perfect right now. So let's go and look at the PDX roster. Um, the powerhouse. We saw them last year in Champ Stage 4. They had this same Cyclone roster though, with a couple exceptions, and it was just they dominated the SA. They literally won the grand final in SA 4-0, and they went to stage 4 rather. And unfortunately, it just wasn't. They need what? They need whiskey, bro. Ha! The painful thing about this thing right now is that Halo is going to be a guest on the show today. So he's going to have the most stupid inputs here. Like, I don't know what to say, guys. But yeah, look at the PDX roster on your screens. We have, I mean, do I even need to call their names? You guys already see what you're seeing. We can now see those names. I do see Rindo. Again, one player that really deserves to be on the spotlight. Unfortunately, he hasn't really been able to get that much needed exposure with Aura. He's played very well with that. But personally, I think he's always needed a better team. A team that can actually, deliver in terms of his skill level as well, compete at the highest levels. So I think that switch from Aura to S7 now to PDX, perfect momentum for Rain there. Hopefully he does go and deliver this year because he's made the switch here. But are we still going to see those numbers? Again, he's my number one player in Africa, so I think I'm going to see those numbers. But again, I'm just saying based on myself. So hopefully we go and see what Rain can actually go and do in the big run. We also have Darox, who unfortunately didn't have the best year last year. He literally didn't play a lot of comps. The few comps he played were to me, not the actual comps he was meant to play. And the fact that he didn't actually get to play World Champs was depressing to go and see for him. For all the Darox lovers out there and all the players, people that want to see Darox, go and carry his team. But yeah, he's now here in PDX this time. Again, if Curry Fest eventually lets the multinational thing be a thing, we're going to see Darox and Rin play for PDX on the actual rosters of the World Champs. But right now, I'm going to leave it out for you guys. Well, do you guys think there's a chance? Do you guys think there's anything PDX needs to change? Because now we're talking about hopefully multinationals and all that. But what if we get multinationals, apart from Rin and Darox, is there anything PDX need? Is there any player out there that PDX eventually needs to add to their roster to get the completion? Everybody's talking about like super teams being formed. We've been talking about super teams being formed, but I don't think anybody has sat down and created any super team list that this is like team or players from five different countries that you think are the best in AF right now. I haven't really seen anybody do that. So now this is the PDX roster on your screens, and we have 5 players from Egypt here, literally one from Morocco, same in AF, and then one player from from Ghana. Is there anybody that these guys need to make them a little bit more complete towards the World Champs? And Halo says Bami Bay Simzi. I don't know what Bami Bay means, but I'm going to assume it means give us Simzi or something. Simzi. Well, Simzi's already in Cyclone. He's also got a super team out there with the SA boys. So a lot of flips. Now, there's one player that I'm still not seeing in any of these rosters. That's Michael. I'm not seeing Michael anywhere. Like, I'm not seeing Storm anywhere because, in my opinion, these are top tier players that should be, they need noob. So, oh my god, Pain, you're so lucky I don't have access to the TikTok chat and I can't mute you, bro. So I'm going to stay away from the whole drama. But to be fair, Noobsaw is a very exciting. There's a clip I have of Noobsaw. I have one clip. I wish I could send that to Jerry right now so he can show you on stream, yeah? But I can't do that. But I'm going to get that clip ready before next stream. You guys are going to see Noobsaw in action. Like, it was... That is the most surprising clip I've ever seen in my life. And I was fortunate to actually go and catch that game. So I'm going to show you guys. Now, I'm seeing a team called Kuku United. I don't even want to see their roster, man. Like, the name already tells me a storyline. Michael and Storm in Delta. Is Delta still in comps? I haven't seen Delta. Storm is in MSH. Michael is in Trinity. Bruh. Are we talking about Trinity 911? The same one we saw yesterday? Jerry, could we possibly go and see the MSH roster again, if we can see that on stream? Let's go see the MSH roster and see what it looks like right now. Again, guys, this is the Roadtime website. If you want to get info on all the rosters out there, just go to the Roadtime website and you can see all your favorite teams and the rosters. I've seen Squid, Nox, Storm. Okay, that's Stormy, VNX. Okay, these guys look good. They do. Yeah, a couple improvements, if you ask me, can be made, but I wouldn't exactly call them a super team. I wouldn't exactly do that. in my opinion, that's what I think. I wouldn't go and call them a super team. They have a really impressive roster, but in the level of PDX and Cyclone, I don't think they are quite there yet. I stand to be corrected. I stand to be proven wrong. I have bad takes as usual, but I want to go and see them on the main stage. We saw what they did yesterday against Trinity Esports. Trinity 911. That's the new name. I don't know where they got the esport from, but we saw what they did. They are pretty dominant, pretty confident, and if they can do that against the other T1 teams, the actual big teams, then I would say, okay, fine. We have a lot to look out for. Clark's a very talented player. Who is the owner of Ace? The owner of Ace is Clemson, but this is not Ace. This is MSH. So it's more of a collab between Ace and MSH. But MSH have now taken the name entirely, so it's now theirs. This is now their roster. And MSH is much harder game. We saw them last year with a banger couple of events, and of course now they are fully into esports. Not just call them Mortal Kombat, eFootball. They literally have esports team in a lot of sports out there, especially in Mortal Kombat. That's like their main thing, and of course FIFA as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what MSH are going to do, not just in Condemn this year, but the whole esports African scene. Maybe even host a couple of events as well. And of course, big shout out to Marshall, no doubt. But yeah, is there anything we think NATO can possibly do? Before I say NATO, whenever I see this a couple of these names, Claps, Liquids, I think about NATO, guys. So this is not NATO, guys. This is MSH. But let's go look at NATO, though. You guys haven't mentioned a lot of NATO. Let's go look at what NATO looks like right now. And in my opinion, as much as I don't like to be that guy, yeah, I don't really see NATO doing a lot. I do see instinct there, though. By the way, that's not the D, like the D that I know from forums. If it's him, bro, put the fries in the mouth. I know it's not him, but anyways, yeah, it can't be him. It cannot be him, bro. He's like T5, bro. Well, yeah, I see that. Right, of course, a very standout player. We've seen him a lot of times. He's always been a player you want to watch out for. Ninja, I don't think I know the man. Again, one thing about African players, IGN changes. You guys do that for a living. So this might be a very popular player, but he just changed the IGN to something you have no idea who the hell he is. But yeah, it is what it is. Astros, well, I've seen Yellow play. I saw Yellow last year in Carifest, and I can't recall what team he was playing for, but that guy was good. That guy was goated. That guy was literally carrying. He was playing against T1 teams, and he was still giving heavy numbers. So I'm really excited to see a T1 org, not a team right now, but T1 org pick him up. So I'm looking forward to see what Yellow's going to do in the scene this year. And of course, we have Insight. I've seen Insight play as well. He was T2 last year, I think, and getting the chance to play in a org like NATO. Big ups to that guy. I see D again, not the phones D. It can't be him. And then Instinct. The iPad player with 2 fingers. When I was on phone, I hope he's still on phone, hopefully. And he was, should I say, one of the best players in Africa back then, in my opinion. That's what I think. But I still think he's a GOAT. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. But now, can he, replicate that same vibe from 3 years ago, bring it to 2026? Can he dominate? With NATO, we're going to find out. They were given a very popular name, Battle Gaming. But hopefully there's not much of Battle this year. We actually have NATO. Now, if we're going to go and look at the Eclipse Gaming roster and CR7, those are the 2 rosters again I want to go and see. Again, the only 2 super teams, in my opinion, right now are still Cyclone and PDX. That's what I think. Eclipse have 2 teams, Eclipse Gaming and Eclipse Units. I don't know why, but okay, that's a lot of Eclipses. And this is when I miss my co-host the most, guys. Say I miss you, bro. Come back. Leave the 3 when you got pregnant, anyways. But look at that. We have Uncle. There's an Uncle playing for Eclipse now, guys. That's crazy stuff. There's an Uncle playing for Eclipse. That's crazy stuff. I see Dad. Again, my number 1 player in NG. Go and argue with your phones. Argue. Punch your wall if you don't agree with me, bro. Well, number 1 player in NG, that again. Dad. We have Crawl. Very important sniper. I've seen the guy. The guy has nasty snipes. Most of my most hyped snipes were from that guy, Crawl. No doubt. Last year, the guy was insane. He was always finding double pieces, 3 pieces, collaterals, and all that. So he's one player I'm very sure you want to watch out for this year. And there's Coco. Oh, he's not here. Wait, who's Coco? That's Onk. Oh, that's Coco. Oh, thank you, Jared. Oh, thank you on chat. So Josie and Wajamila. Thank you, guys. Coco is dad. Sorry. Uncle Coco is Coco. Uncle K is dad. You don't say that on stream, guys. Uncle is Coco. All right. So that is Coco, guys. It's cruel, not cruel. Oh, it's cruel, not cruel. Yeah, I'll call him cruel, but rest, bro. It's cool, okay. That was saying hello. It's crawler. But yeah, okay, it's cool. Again, I think fast forward backwards 2 years ago, Coco was like my top three in NG, yeah. But last year he did not show up. In my opinion, I might be wrong. But that's why we have the website where you can actually go and see the player stats from last year. But I don't want to go to that feature today. We're looking at rosters today, yeah, on the different segments. We're actually going there. But right now, oh, there's no stats from last year even, guys. Jerry, Jerry said I should leave me alone, bro. Oh yeah, starts from this year. So starts the whole every event this year. We're gonna have stats on the real time page, and you can go. We can stop having that. Who's better. There's stats for you to go and check it out. Again, I see Cruel. Anyone? Hello, Xavier. I love that guy. Cute guy, by the way. But yeah, he was stunning. He was. I mean, he picked up form towards the end of the year. It's Beyond Pola is here. Bean Paul is here. Bean Paul is in ACO. What is Halo typing, guys? Is Bean Paul in ACO? Am I tripping? What? So why is Halo type? We need to mute Halo, bro. I see Valeria as well. Valeria has been disturbing me to make what do you call it? Top 5 rookies in Africa at least. And he thinks he's going to be there, bro. But actually, he was outstanding last year. Hopefully, we get a lot more for these guys this year. Eclipse Gaming, though, they've been talking about. I want to compare them to Borussia Dortmund in football because they are good at raising up players, but I don't really see them winning a lot of trophies. With the current roster they have, they're more of like raise up Haaland, raise up Maragozzi, raise up all these A-tier players and sell them to Man City, sell them to Cyclone, sell them to PD Expo. They're not actually raising these players to keep and win trophies eventually. I mean, come on. That's my opinion. I'm not throwing strays at Jiggy again. But if Jiggy was here, I'd be taking punches right now. But again, that's it. I was just seeing a player called ECL AY. Is that AY? I think that's AY. I don't think I know who that is. When I forget a Retro. Is Retro in ECL? Where's Retro? I don't think he's in the ECL roster one. This is like the full roster they released for the ESG event. So probably not here then. So yeah. Well, that's it for Eclipse Gaming. That's time. Oh, AY is time. Okay. Now, this is what I'm talking about, yeah? This is the problem about African pro players. Why do you guys change IGN for a living? I mean, you need to get to a point where IGN changes should not be a thing. Like, it should just know. Jerry, can we see Eclipse Unity? Can we see Eclipse Unity? I think maybe that's where Retro might be then. But this IGN changes are so annoying. Okay, I don't think Retro is here, guys. This is the Eclipse Unity, bro. Yeah. Hey, guy, I didn't even tell Jerry to switch it back. He's like, he doesn't tell anybody, and he ran away from the roster, bro. That's crazy stuff, bro. But yeah, if Retro is there, I don't think he was registered for the ESG event, probably. I'm not really sure. But hello, I mean, Rich, thank you for the help me there. But yeah, now let's go and see the Sierra 7 roster, the number 1 team in NG. Not according to accolades from last year, though. I doubt it. I don't think they have been number 1 in NG for a while. They've dominated the NG scene for years after years. But last year, I don't think they were quieted. Which Tony is this? This is the Final Circle podcast. And this is the real-time website. We just this is where you can actually go and check out team rosters and know what's happening in the scene. Just go to the real-time production, realtimeprod.com, and you can go ahead and check out rosters and stay updated on tourneys that are happening in your area in Africa. But yeah, this is SYX Sierra 7, and I see Virus still there. Life is still there. Not a lot of changes. I have no idea who Saint is. I think I've seen that player before, but I'm not really sure. It might be an IGN change again. Hopefully, Bailey's scared. Yes, Bailey's. I thought Blood retired, bro. Wow, that's a little shocker there. Payne, I see Payne as well in the Series 7 Rockstar. And I think that is still not doing if you can't beat them, join them. He did beat them in Deca, but it wasn't with Eclipse Gaming, so it doesn't really count. That was Nonagon. So I think they're coming like 4 hours into stream and saying first is actually wild, bro. I can't lie. Can we please mute him for like 10 hours? But yeah, to be fair, Bailey's in the comp scene. I haven't seen that guy in like 10,000 years. And he's in the Series 7 Rockstar this year. I want to go and see if he still has it in him, though. It is an iPad player, though. So I think the African Championship is second to last iPad, 1 iPad per team, I think. But yeah, we see Pen, we see Hacks. One of my standout players for last year as well, Hacks. But unfortunately, didn't really get to win a lot of events. Did he win anything last year? I don't think Hacks won anything last year, guys. I really doubt it. But yeah, Saint is the one player that I think I want to look out focus, particularly for the fact that I don't know who Saint is. Kind of. I think I've seen the guy play, but I'm not really sure. I know him that well. Again, it might be an IGN change, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like. But again, Fabi as well, one of the best snipers that I've seen. I might have to eat my words. Now, there's a couple of players that I have not seen. Again, Retrovac being the Clips Gaming, and he's not there right now in the roster, so I have no idea. I haven't seen Demo playing anywhere, guys. Has Demo retired? Who is Bailey's? Nah, new ones don't know Bailey's, bro. New ones do not know Bailey's. That's crazy. Enzo is like 2 years old, bro. That's crazy work, bro. What happened to Demo, Chad? Demo, the pandemic from ACL, from Carry Fest, stage 4 as well. Hashtag Demo, please. Demo is an ICN? Jerry, can we see the ICN roster? I want to see what they look like. If Demo decided to sign for ICN. Can we see what the ICN roster looks like? Why is Demo in ICN? Why not? Why is it not in real-time FC, bro? Archangel in XCL. Nobody cares about you, bro. Nobody cares about XCL, bro. Bro, just like you never heard of Ninja, you are not serious. Oh, I think I know Ninja. Ninja wasn't is it Axiom? No, I don't think it's Axiom. Is Axiom in this event? I don't think so. So let's see. This is Demo. Oh, Organehin, but Demo did not play yesterday. Though. I don't think I saw Demo play yesterday. It was King Kong, Bonkies. They actually had a very good game against. That was against Hexline. No, that was Aura against Hexline, right? I think. Yeah, that was Aura. But ICN did play yesterday. They actually had a very good game, and they had a very good there. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do this year. But again, Demo is there, and I know a lot of these players. I know King. I know Monkeys. I know Demo. I know. Is it Lyrics or Lyra? Lyrics, I think. I don't know a lot of this. Is that Amar? Is that like the streamer Amar? Is that the streamer Amar, guys? I'm not really sure. Okay, against ATH. Thank you, Jamila. Thank you, man. It was against ATH. Aether Esports. Yeah. And they did win Aether Esports. They lost the SMD, if I'm not mistaken. Guy, I'm getting old, man. I'm just 20, bro. I'm 21 next year, bro. I need to start working out so I get strong and healthy before next year. God, yeah, look, I'm 20, bro. But I'll be healthy and strong by next year. All right, guys. Give me one more year, guys. Give me one more year. But yeah, this is it, guys. And let's go to our next segment and let's go look at what that is on the segment board. We have met a lot of the teams here. Amar is that clown. Okay. Now, we are going to our next segment. Unfortunately, again, you can see the white space there. Seb decided to ghost us today because he has 3 baby mamas that are put into bed today at the same time. I don't know how that even works, bro. Damn. Blood has been active, bro. Damn. But again, the African Championship Circuit kickoff, we saw that yesterday. It was amazing. I think the stream peaked at 98 viewers on the YT. TikTok on diehard stream was about 60, 70 the whole time. Carl stream was like 20 plus. Elizabeth as well, Mommy Witch, Seb as well, they watch parted. Those are a lot of numbers. Very, very impressive numbers coming through from the kickoff, the day one. And mind you, that as a qualifiers, that is not even the main event. So I'm pretty sure the main event is going to have a lot more numbers when the actual big teams start to contest for that $1,500 prize pool. And here you go. Look at those roasters out there. Group A has PDX, Masters of Gaming, Sierra 7 are also here. A lot of big names in this Group A. I think a lot of big names. I see Archangel of Sim, XCL. Sorry, Jerry. Yeah, you know what, guys? Let's play a little game. Hello, Mona Lisa. Hi. You know, let's play a little game, guys. I want to ask you guys. I'm not 45K. I'm like 19 going to 20. So, Carl, send me $600. Are you sure it's this cow? I've been on that cow. There's like a lot of cows in this scene, bro. I'm not sure it's this one. I can't lie, bro. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys to the game here. Everybody tell me we are also live on Twitch, guys. If you're commenting on Twitch, I'm so sorry I can't see your chat. Hopefully by next month, I'm gonna get my tab. By next, I'm gonna get my tab so I can monitor everything that's happening on every platform at the same time. But yeah, Jared says we can't see Twitch, so there's nobody on Twitch then. All right, fine, thank you, man. PDX and Mashhada Gaming TTs I'm looking out for. But you guys tell me who are your top 3 to qualify, top 4, because it's gonna be 4. Oh, okay, Twitch is actually live. Thank you, Jared. We can actually see Twitch chat. Thank you, man. God bless you, man. Okay, guys. So we have Group A and Group B. Before we go and see Group B now, let's talk about Group A, guys. There's about 10,000 teams here. You guys give me your 4 top teams. Please put them in one sentence that you think are going to qualify from this group. Maybe there might be. Let me see. You know what? We're going to do a giveaway. Jared, if we can do a feature on the website where they can predict their top 8 to qualify for this event, we can do a giveaway of $50. Yeah, maybe, hopefully, if I have money. I'm good. Yeah. if we can get that feature up on real-time website where they can predict their top 8 teams to qualify, okay, Jared says we can't not do that, so fine. It's not me, guys. I wanted to give you guys $1,000, but Jared said no. It wasn't me, guys. But anyways, you guys predict your top 4 teams to qualify from Group A, and who are they? Kizzy says PDX, Cyclone. Cyclone is not even in Group A. God, bro. Cyclone is not even in Group A, Kizzy, bro. I mean Group A only, guys. Watermelon says PDX, Aura, Eclipse Gaming, and Aether Esports. Wow. In all my life, I have never seen a more bar list. I'm just saying. Because there's no MSH, there's no CR7. I'm sorry, this year is not even here. Is this year here? Is this year in this? I can't see them here. They're not even in this particular one. This is Eclipse unit, not the actual ECL. Hello says PDX, MSH, S7, and Trinity 911. They kind of got humbled yesterday, Sha. Hello. So I wouldn't be that sure. But you know, Kizzy says PDX, Nonagon is here. Wait, where are they? Oh, Nonagon is actually here, guys. Bro, I just saw them. Nonagon is actually here. I just saw that. And somehow, only one person has put that in their list. Adedotu says Paradox, MSH, S7, and Aura 233. They have losers bracket. Okay, actually, yeah, there's a losers lower bracket there for tomorrow, for today, so rather, sorry. So yeah, they do have a chance to actually make a comeback whatsoever happen. Yeah. I see a lot of top 4s. Everybody has a PDX in that top 4. Can't you guys be like the penguin, bro? Walk towards the mountain. Why is everybody going towards PDX? Guy, be brave, be courageous. What is PDX? Everywhere PDX, bro. You guys have you guys be like the penguin. It doesn't. Everybody PDX. Wait till happen. Wait, hello says don't go no goals. Wait, is that true, guys? Where's the N9 that won Deca? Where are they? Is that the N9 right now? I doubt it. Because I think they left Nonagon and they signed for different team. I don't know what the actual storyline is, but I'm gonna pretend that I didn't see what Halo typed. So we're gonna. Oh, so we're looking at this for the lower brackets right now. This is the current standards, and I can see whether Nonagon lost to Reborn. I don't think this is the actual Nonagon, guys. I don't think so. Oh, thank you. That's T2 Nonagon. Thank you. Because it can't fit to happen. It cannot fit to happen. They are qualifying, bro. I believe in them. I believe in them full time. So that's the T2 Nonagon, guys, and they lost to Reborn. Reborn in turn have qualified for today's matches as well. So I'm looking forward to see what they're going to go and do. But again, you guys start me again your top 4. A lot of you have had PDX in your top 4. A lot of you also had Aura 233 in your top 4. And I'm actually excited. There's a lot of teams that Cuckoo United, for instance. I don't know what to say, bro. Like that is like the one of the craziest names I've seen ever since about Esports. Yeah, about Esports, that was the last year. But now we have Cuckoo United. Crazy work. Maybe it's a different language entirely, but no shade whatsoever. I respect your flag, your name. Big shout out to you guys. I see is that Shadows? Shadows is an actual team, okay? Shadows is an actual team. Neutrality Esports are also here. Aether Esports saw them yesterday. Very good S&D, but not the best respawns. Hopefully they're able to fix that going forward if they're still in the event though. We also have clear units. I don't think they're still in the fight, bro. I'm not really sure. Only time will tell. I see it's like hybrid siege. I can't pronounce that. What is that? I don't know what that is. I can't pronounce it. But yeah, there's a lot of new teams. I think the one thing I'm actually excited about seeing is that a lot of new teams coming to the African scene. Because I think like the one thing about esports is we've had the same teams over and over again repeating themselves, and like it gets boring, it gets tiring. So being able to see new teams coming to the scene, that's one thing I've got my hands up for, no doubt. So I'm very excited to see them, and hopefully they make everything work. Let's go look at the what do you call it, the winners bracket for bracket A. Woo! Aura 233 might actually be qualifying. Series 7 are going to face them off later today. Series 7 and Aura 233 are going to be having a bout of the century for sure. Ghana versus Nigeria once again. The battle of the eggs. Who has the better egg? Who has the better jollof rice as well? But Aura, a lot of you haven't voted Aura. And a lot of you have been sidelining Series 7. I don't know why. But I'm going to assume you guys know better than I do. You guys know something that I don't know. Because Series 7, I just saw their roster on the Real-Time website. That was kind of crazy, bro. So I'm kind of like confused, bro. Anyways, we see what's gonna happen there. But PDX and Mash had that game. I think that's one matchup that nobody wants to miss. I know I'm going to be there watching it with you guys on the stream. I'm going to be watching. I can't watch it unfortunately, but I will be there watching every action unfold for sure. PDX and Mash had that. What do you guys think is going to qualify? Oh, so the two teams that win this upper bracket are both going to qualify, and two teams are going to qualify from the lower bracket. So whoever wins this match right now on this winning bracket round 4, or for both sides, is going to qualify straight to the main event, the African Pro Series. PDX, Match Harder. Who are you guys voting? Machala says PDX. Carl says PDX. Jerry says PDX. Even the Penguin says PDX. Anyways, everybody says PDX. So we already know. We already have who we think is going to win. Aura 233 and Sierra 7, what do you guys think? Aura to qualify or Sierra 7 to qualify first? What do you guys think, chat? S7 or PDX, what do you guys think is going to qualify first? Jerry says S7 in the background. He says S7 for sure. I never knew S7. Jerry was an S7 fan, guys. I had no idea. So the Penguin even knew it was PDX. I can't lie. Even the Penguin knows it was PDX, bro. Enzo says Aura versus MSH, they both go down. Sierra 7 are qualifying then. Okay. PDX qualifying, Machala, no doubt. Me too, man. I believe that full time. Yeah, so I think the votes are looking like PDX and Sierra 7 are going to qualify from this winners bracket round 4. But we're going to find out later today by 6 p.m. Is Carl not an Aura fan? Or we're not trying again for your life. Not trying again. I wonder you, bro. There's no kid in my house, bro. Don't do that next time, bro. Is Ace Gamers still existing? That is MSH, man. Ace Gamers are partnered with MSH, and they are now the official team, official partner, roster, blah, blah. I don't know what it says, bro. Yeah, that is it for bracket A. Let's go look at bracket B, guys, before we commence to our next segment. OXN BTCO? I didn't even see that table. I don't want to comment on that. I'm going to stay quiet. Did that really happen? I have no idea. But Group B, this is a team where we see our sponsors, ESG. They are still standing strong and they're still fighting. Hopefully, hello, the bearer of bad news. Please don't come and tell me that not yeah again, bro. But again, Cyclone Gaming, of course, the one team that came back from the dead, the rising phoenix from the dust here. We have the actual Nonagon Hunt Nonagon Esports. This is the T1 Nonagon that won Deca last year and are looking to, cement their place as number 1 team in Nigeria. Can they do that by qualifying for the African Pro Series T1 event? We're going to find out soon, next week, Saturday and Sunday. You also have Crows, whatever you call them, Aurora Esports, Mighty, a lot of names here. Eclipse Gaming are also here. So looking forward to seeing what they are going to do. NATO Gaming are also standing strong in Group B. ASG, our sponsors, also definitely standing strong. A lot of new teams as well. Is that Favor? Oh, Faco PR. Okay. Another interesting name that actually I do like. I actually like this one. Actually, it sounds very cool. Faco PR. I don't know what that means, but like big ups to them. Oh, Strix Gaming are still alive. They are still alive. And yeah, I want to see what they can actually go and do. CZY from Kenya as well in that Group B. One of those things you want to go and look out for. Cloud9. Axiom. Oh! Axiom. One of the best team in Gabon right now. They are also here, no doubt. So I want to see what Axiom can get. You guys let me know what you think. Where can we check rosters, please? Go to realtimepro.com. Jared, is that like something we can put on screen, like the website, so they know realtimepro.com is the website? I can't keep pronouncing it without visual cues for them because they might spell the wrong thing. Realtimeprod.com is the website if you want to go and check out rosters, guys. But yeah, this is our current Group B teams. Jared eventually pull up a GFX work for you guys, something to tell you guys where the website is. But again, you guys let me know in chat. Say the team name again. Which one? Faco PR? It's not Faco, Faco. I don't know what to call it, bro. I think it's Faco, bro. Did you guys? It's Faco, bro. Axiom to beat the ECO. Woo! That is actually bold. That is very bold. That is very, very. I respect that. I actually respect that if that happens. But again, Who do you guys think are qualifying from Group B? 4 teams. Pick your 4 teams that are going to qualify from Group B. Enzo, how's he pronounce it? Faco PR, bro. What the hell, bro? You guys pick your 4 teams qualified. I'm going to start. I'm going to go with Cyclone, Cyclone, ASG, hopefully, Eclipse Gaming, and NATO Gaming. Wait, though, I don't put Nanagon. Okay, scrap that. Cyclone, Nanagon, ASG, and damn! It's not FAKO, it's FAKO now. Is it FAKO? No, I don't know. Hello, Mona Lisa. She said like this. Guy, there's so many, like, bro, there's like I think Group B is the hardest one to pick out from. Cyclone for sure. ASG, hopefully, I want to see them there. They're sponsors, they have to be in the event. I think they should have gotten like a wild card. If I why I respect the sponsors here for not getting a wild card, because they should have had a wild card. If I'm sponsoring an event, best believe my team is going to have a wild card automatic qualification to that T1 event. Not mad? Is my bro not mad? Obviously, bro. But I respect the fact that they're actually grinding it out like everybody else. Because bro, that is crazy work. Me, I be ASG and the rest of you, bro. Like they crazy. But anyways, unfortunately, ASG said they want to qualify like everybody else. I respect that. I respect that, man. I respect that. I respect that, guys. Yeah, you guys let me know what you guys think are qualifying. No, wait, hold on. I haven't really chosen mine. I'm still like confused, bro. Again, Cyclone Gaming for sure. Nonagon for sure. ASG and either Eclipse or NATO. I'm gonna go with Eclipse Gaming because they've been more recent. So Eclipse Gaming, ASG, Nonagon, and Cyclone are who I think. So goodbye, NATO. Goodbye, Axiom. I love you guys, but unfortunately, I don't think so. Except you guys shut an ASG down. Then yeah, ASG are not gonna play their own event. Bro, bro. I will be there. I will be there, bro. I will be there like mad. But yeah, hopefully the bribe fees can't be that high, bro. I have to pay school fees, bro. So like this bribe, ASG Alpha, put the money in my account, guys. But yeah, guys, that's it for Group B. You guys haven't really told me I go leave ATH, go ASG. That's crazy, bro. You guys haven't really told me what you think is qualifying for the All right. So I haven't really you guys haven't told me. Why is Mona Lisa crying? Why are you crying, Mona? Why are you crying? You guys tell me what you think is going to qualify from Group B. I've given you guys my own picks, and you guys are like saying I'm saying rubbish, yeah? Now you guys tell me what you think, bro. I think the one team we can all agree on is Cyclone. That's like no doubt whatsoever. Cyclone are going to qualify no matter what happens. Tipsy says only if Carl's predictions do come true, bro. They come through like mad, bro. Tipsy, you can just lie for people, bro. Everything I've predicted has happened, bro. I literally predicted the Venezuelan president getting kidnapped, bro, in his own country. And it happened, bro. It happened. And it was not for the oil, bro. For something else. But anyways, guys, now, well, you guys are not really saying much. So we're going to go to our next segment. We want to go and invite our first guest of the stream. And his name, is a very popular moderator on the African scene. A lot of you don't like him. I also don't like him. This is literally me putting him on the spotlight so you guys can hang him. If you guys can stab him. Sorry, who's our first guest, Jared? Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. Jared said I'm a very mad man. That is not our first guest, unfortunately. The moderator is not going to... He's not our first guest, guys. Our first guest is going to be a representative from ASG Codem. Unfortunately, we're not going to have Harlow right now to fight, but we are going to bring him later on for sure. And we are going to be able to stab him a lot of knives and all that. So, hello, changes from ASG. How are you doing? Welcome to the final second podcast, man.
Thank you, Carl.
Yeah, you look really good. I like the head warmer. Can I get that? My hair is like really bushy, so.
No worries. We'll try to find you something.
Yeah, welcome in. So now, I want to, just ask you a couple of things. Again, chat, you guys can go and ask whatever you want to ask him, and I'm going to ask him for you guys. But I'm going to start with the questions here with a little interview. Just feel free, answer at will. And if you don't want to answer, you can say how did they say it in the court that year, man? I exercised my fifth amendment. I plead the fifth. Thank you. I plead the fifth. In case I ask you something that you don't want to talk about, I plead the fifth is what I actually do. But yeah, guys, so changes I want to ask you. First of all, we saw ASG last year. Prior to last year, I never knew about ASG. I never heard about them. They came from nowhere last year. They started dominating the Ghanaian comps in. They hosted a Ghanaian event, which I think they almost won. I think Aura won that. I'm not really sure, but they absolutely dominated the whole thing. They had such a good run, and now we're seeing them host not just a Ghanaian event, but an African event. What do you have to tell us about that?
African one. Yeah, so first of all, ASG was Yamo started ASG I think 2020, and it's been there from 2020 to I think 2022. We had to leave the scene, and then we came back when we realized there were no much like teams, like no many teams in the scene. So we came back last year, 2025, and then we said, nah, we're changing the whole narrative from the Ghanaian community, and that's how we came about with Soul Survival Tournament. And yeah, it was great. ASG was I think third in that tournament. And yeah, we played some lands, and then this year we said, now we are bringing the heat to like the whole Africa. And yeah, we are here now, like literally, like with this, huge tournament, and it's just day one. Like I'm so excited for this whole thing, and it's going to run throughout the year, and hopefully, yeah, it goes to the top. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sorry to be fair, we all saw the numbers on day one. The community actually loved it. Everybody were excited to see what happened, and we had so many amazing numbers yesterday on stream. I for one know I was so excited to be a caster, to get invited to casters. I'm so excited, and we are loving every bit of the action. And this is just the first event out of 4, like you did say. It's going to run throughout the year, and very first event so far, taking off on high notes. Come on, guys, perfection is the word. But now, I want to ask you one, but I want to, what do you call it? I want to like ask a question.
Okay.
On a normal day, I'm just saying, if I was hosting an event, my team would automatically get a wild card. And then, but you guys decided to stick it out and actually play the qualifiers like everybody else. Why? Why?
Yeah, because everyone has to qualify. We just felt like we are that good, and then we can qualify out of our group. So yeah, we just put ourselves there to actually show everyone that we don't need those wildcards. I think. Yeah.
I respect that, but it not concern me because I will go and qualify with one that. But big shout out to ASC, man. No doubt. Big shout out to you guys. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on the top there. And hopefully, the actual African Pro Series C1 event, which is going to be starting really soon. I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys there. We're going to find out next week, Saturday and Sunday. We're going to find out if you guys qualify because you guys are in Group B. We're going to find out who qualifies from Group A today. And it's going to be live on the ASG CODM YT, the Carl TikTok, the ASG CODM TikTok, Diehard, which might be watch party as well, which is also going to watch party. There's going to be a lot of watch parties. So you guys stay tuned, watch the event, wherever you want to watch it. But I would pledge you for you guys to go and watch it on the ASG CODM YT, because that's the mainstream and that's where we want to have all the main action come to play. But again, changes now. Can you tell me a little bit about like the roster and the names you guys have on the roster this year and what you expect from them going into 2026?
Yeah, so we have Trauma, we have Trig, formerly known as Yadman. We have Kaz, we have Try Hard, and we have Lawrence, now Grandpa. We have Rust, and Rust is an OG. If you know, like way back, Brain Lakers, from Ghana, the Nigerians would know. Like, yeah, he was the captain of that team. And then we have Bello from 31 Knots. He's part of us now, so that's the 7-man team. Yeah. So yeah, our squad is really good. Like we are so versatile. We can adjust to any team's gameplay. On a good day, it would work perfectly. And we've already started beating some teams in scrims, which people don't know. And I just feel like good that we can do something and then be in the top 8 for the Pro Series. We know they like the challenges, to be honest. We need our Pro Series, yeah. And we'll do that because we don't need those shortcuts. We do it, yeah.
For sure. I think that's what we're all looking forward to go and see. I see a question there from, first of all, Kizzy, thank you for being the modern chat. Big shout out to you. I see Xavier is asking, who is Changes. So, I think we've been asking about ASG, but now let's get to know you. First of all, what's your role at ASG? And, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so my name is Intalari. I'm known as Changes in the community. I'm the manager of the team. I'm also a web developer. Yeah, that's literally it.
Big shout, straight to the point, guys. He just came, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, and that's it. I respect that. Big shout out to you, man. And of course,
Yeah.
the team manager of ASG on our podcast. I mean, crazy stuff, guys. Excited to have you for sure. And day one, huge success. A couple hiccups here and there on the stream, but hopefully that gets fixed for day two. Do you have any expectations in terms of like the community hype, the community support? What do you expect from the Quantum community going into the rest of the qualifiers before the main event?
Yeah, I just need everyone to stay tuned, like follow the lead. If you go on the World Sports Gaming websites, you can just follow everything. There are so many things coming. I don't know if the mods have the organizers have like put it there yet, like the mods who are in control of everything. But there are so many things coming that's going to bust everyone's mind. And yeah, hopefully, we will all be entertained and we will all have something to say about the tournament when it ends. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully we're all looking forward to that, no doubt. And we've had a couple of rumors about some fancy features coming to the website, the World Sports website.
Yeah.
I don't want to go and talk about them. I'm just gonna stay quiet. But I want to ask you though, is there anyone you could like give us a hint on so we can like look forward to it? And anything to look forward to, like?
Yes. Yeah. So there's a fantasy team, fantasy league coming up for the Pro Series, and yeah, I think everyone is going to like it. But my only problem is, and I was joking when I was with the mods, people are actually going to enter players like various players' DMs, telling them why they are not performing. Like, it cost me fantasy points and all that. It's going to be crazy. But yeah, so in the Pro Series, it's going. Yeah. I'm just hyped. I'm just waiting for the day, and when it happens, and when the top 8 teams qualify for the Pro Series, it's going to be like some madness, crazy. It's
Yeah,
going to
I
be
mean,
madness.
to be fair, I like the point out you made because I've actually seen that in the football world, the Premier League, where because I play FPL myself, the Fantasy Premier League football, and there's a lot of times where you triple caps on the player, and somehow he manages to not even play. He plays just 2 minutes. Like, why did you play? What, if you don't play at all, he played 2 minutes and he got subbed out. Why? You're my triple captain, bro. Why? So a lot of those kind of things happen, and then you see comments on the players' socials like, Rashford, you are mad, bro. It's not end well for you, bro. There's so many things like that. So I'm really excited. If that comes to Condemn, that comes to the ASG African Pro Series, I'm very sure it's gonna cause a lot of drama, and I love violence and drama. So sign me up anytime, any day. I'm going to be there. I'm most likely I'm going to win the FPL. Like no, the fantasy. I'm going to win the everything. Don't worry. It's me. Just put out there, but like we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. But of course, guys, you guys heard it from the man himself. Look forward to the fantasy, predictions, and pick your favorite players. I'll give you a couple hints. If you guys want to pick players, go and pick all the players in FACO PR. But like steady 10 points every match day, guys. I'm not joking. But anyways, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen there on the African Pro Series. And again, thank you for coming on this interview. Changes. We really appreciate your time here. And any final remarks for this guy before we go and move to our next segment?
Yeah, all I'll say is, everyone watching and everyone following the league, just watch out for the best tournaments you've witnessed like in years. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, man. Changes. We're gonna see you very soon. We're gonna see you today on the stream. Have a very good day. Have a lovely evening, man. Big shout out to you.
All right.
Well, yeah, let's go back to our segment, guys. We are going to be bringing in on our next guest very, very soon. Let's go back to our segment page and see what's up next on this one. Hello, guys. We're going to bring in Hello, Jared. We're going to bring in Hello. Jared wants to bring in Halo, guys, because he wants to kill the man. He wants us to fight the man so badly. Like, Jared and Halo have been arch nemesis for about 10 years, guys. I think 15 years now. They've been fighting over 15 years. I think the last time they fought, I think Halo beat Jared so badly that Jerry's girlfriend now left him for Halo. So like it was kind of long story, bro. Like they were fighting. So like Jerry's girlfriend now like she was like, nah,
Relax,
I
bro.
can't imagine Halo beating my guy, this blah blah and then more crazy stuff, sha. So Jerry's girlfriend now left to go and meet Halo and then I think I forgot what really happened, sha. But anyways, we have Halo in the stream right now, and we are going to welcome the most annoying mod in the African scene. Hello, Balo. How you doing, man? He doesn't have cam, of course.
Bro,
Madman.
you should write a book, to be honest. Like just become an author, a storyteller, like king of agenda by the ways of Carl. Like just just literally like write it like that. But yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling. Like it's been like a semi-stressful weekend, but this is what we live for. This is kind of what we are into.
Yeah, this is what we leave for, no doubt. I mean, the hype, the behind the scenes work. Again, big shout out to the mods, that always pull the strings there. Because you guys don't know the amount of stress they're going through. I might not like the mods because they're annoying, but the fact is they do all the heavy work that you guys don't get to go and see. Making sure things go smoothly, bringing up games to you on stream, everything behind the scenes is by them. So big shout out to the mods. Big shout out to Balo. And now I want to ask you a couple of things about the rule set. The rule set for this, does he have any inclination towards World Champs, or is it like a different rule set entirely for the players in the African Pro Series?
I think when we created this event, we kind of had it in mind that we're kind of building teams towards like the world champs, right? So like this event is sort of like meant to help teams, players basically like get adjusted to how world champs work. So like the current rule set is like entirely the world champs, the previous world champs rule set, because I think the new rule set got announced like a day to the start of the qualifiers. So
Yeah.
like that time span was basically like impossible to change the rule set and try to get teams accustomed to doing it, especially in this scene of all scenes where even the rule set that has been in existence for a year, we still get DQs. So now imagine like changing like rule set overnight, bro. The whole tournament will just like go to shit where everything is just like messed up and everybody will just be getting DQs left and right. Like people won't understand the rule set. So, we just kept it a buck and said, you know what, we'll just keep like the current rule set for this um normal qualifiers, like this weekend qualifiers and next weekend. And then, when we get to the Pro Series, February 2nd is when we would actually shift to the new World Champs rule set. So from February 2nd upwards, the African Championship circuit is going to be using the new World Champs rule set. But for now, for the qualifiers and everything, we're sticking to the old, World Champs rule set.
I think that does make sense because like I think I like one thing actually they say there, the fact that if you change the rules a day before the qualifiers kick off, I promise you there's going to be 1,000 DQs. Like very good point because even when the rules are there for like 10 years, players still come and they still do the most random things that should not be done. And then imagine changing rules set a day before the event starts. That would be chaotic, yeah. So big shout out to the Morton, big shout out for the being able to get to that conclusion. And of course, we had a successful day one without any DQs whatsoever. There was a DQ from what I heard, but it got forfeited by Trinity 911. Do you have anything to say about that?
I think it was a case of, again, like yesterday kind of pretty much extended like deep into the night, a bit like later than we kind of predicted. But we Trinity had like because of time zones. That's my assumption. They have like a player in Mauritius, they have a player like players in Egypt, players in Kenya. So like their time zone compared to like Nigeria is like plus 2 hours. So, it's a bit difficult for them to kind of, or was a bit difficult for them to kind of meet up that time zone. That is my assumption. I might be wrong, but they had to forfeit the control. They got the DQ. Mashada got the DQ in the hard points. Trinity and Mashada both got the DQ in the S&D, so like the original results stands. And then they were to play control, but Trinity could not play because they didn't have like enough players.
Okay, fair point. I thought it was more of a thing of like just saying you know what, let's just play a skill game and forget the whole DQ thing. But turns out it was more of time. Again, you might have been wrong. You might have just been them just saying, you know what, let's forget about it, guys. They won. Let's let it go. But yeah, wonderful. We want to go and now do a match analysis. We'll go to our next segment soon, and we introduce that. Sorry, production. Okay, Jared is whispering things like I'm not ready, this, that with my girlfriend. Nobody cares, bro. Anyways, yeah. Now we want to go to the next segment, and that's going to be a match analysis. We introduced that feature for the very first time last week, and a lot of you did kind of enjoy it. I know I personally did enjoy it a lot there, breaking down games and what could have changed. And Jerry did not enjoy it, of course, because he doesn't like good things, only likes like ugly things. But anyways, yeah, it's one of our very much reserved features. And this time we're going to look at the Trinity game because that was the one game that had like a lot of back and forths. But ultimately, the MSH just looked like they dominated. It's like, especially on the hard points, that was nothing to write home about. That was like. I think that was the first game. It was on the 100. I think, if I'm not mistaken. Jared, am I wrong? Hello, am I wrong?
Yeah, it was on the 100.
It was on
that
the
game
100,
actually.
sorry.
Like the results kind of shocked me, shocked the community. Like we thought it was going to be a competitive game, but
I thought so.
turns out we were dead wrong. we were so wrong. So like it wasn't a good game from Trinity, not in the slightest, but. They might have been kind of trolling as well because they might have noticed a DQ. Let me play devil's advocate. They might have noticed the DQ and then decided to, troll and say, okay, since there's a DQ, let's just take the piss out of our pants and just like play as bad as possible.
I think I like that narrative, guys. Now they have a little bragging right there. It was just because we were going to win by DQ anyway, so might as well let it happen. You never can tell. That might have been the case, guys. That might have actually been the case. I see PDX in chat asking, okay, hello, I want to ask you now. This is off topic, but I did see sometime last year, Hello joined PDX as the manager. Is that still a thing, or is that not a thing anymore?
Well, I'm still part of Paradox, but not in the capacity that I initially joined for. Paradox is this is like secrets, but Paradox is growing bigger. I think you guys might have noticed, like we changed the logo for this event, so like you guys are going to see like more and more news from like Paradox this year. So Paradox is not just like Call of Duty Mobile, esports, nah. Paradox is going to be like way, like we have big goals, big targets this year. And you're going to be hearing a lot from us, not just in Codem, but like in the esports space in general.
I want to go and ask a couple more things, but like let's leave it there. Let's leave their secrets for now.
No secrets being exposed yet.
And hopefully, we get to hear a lot about that later on. I'm going to give you a little hint, guys. If you want to go into esports outside Codem, PUBG, Mobile Legends, anything outside there. I'm looking forward to see what you guys are going to cook. Hopefully, even PC games are. Big shout out to PDX Esports, and hopefully they, give us a banger of not just an event in Codem, but a banger of a year in esports as a whole. And well, maybe who knows? PDX might be the one representing Africa in World Champs this year, except Carl decides to form a team and shut them.
They doubt though.
I mean, Carl is still here, bro. Carl is still here. Carl is going to be a major problem for PDX, bro.
Anyways,
that's crazy work. Production, are we good to go for match analysis? Okay, then. So, are we decided? Are we sure we're going to the MSS game? Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. So, here we go, guys. We are going to break down the MSS game and talk about, what happened in that game, what could have not happened. They didn't get the play control, so it was just too much to keep go and play. It was the hard point. I think Jerry's trying to change his mind here. Jerry, what are we doing, bro? He's not changing his mind, guys. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do. And hello, be my guest. Xavier says too loud. What is too loud? The game is that game sound, Jared? Is that game sound? Oh, it's muted now. Thank you, Jared. It's muted now. This is MS Infinity. I mean, to be fair, hello. I don't think there's any breakdown for the hard point. If there's any breakdown, do you think there's anything you would have done differently now for Trinity Esports? Yeah.
To be honest, I think that it was just like a gunfight difference. Because if you check the KDs like after the game, it was not pretty at all. Like there's only so much you can do when you are getting like smoked. Like you can't really when you can't win a single gunfight and somebody is like three piecing you with like when you're on equals and he's using SMG. Like there's barely anything you can do. And like Regin said in the chat, like all the players were on 120 ping. Like, you
Wow.
know, with the ping with the MS difference too, like he said, there's you can do like barely anything. So it's just a case of they just go outgunned. That was basically it.
So yeah, I mean, to be fair, as much as we, I think now first of all, I play Mobile Legends a lot. I think that's the game I play most nowadays. I barely play CODM because personally, I think like I've achieved almost everything I want to achieve in CODM in terms of like grinding. I have all my gold diamond. What am I playing CODM for anymore? It's just boring nowadays. So I play a lot of Mobile Legends here, and I've always had this mindset of like ping is the mentality, is a this armor. Bro, when you play EU lobby in Mobile Legends, you will know ping is not a mindset, bro. Like it is not a mindset. Ping is absolutely everything about the game. When you tap a hero's skills and it registers even 0.1 seconds, because in Mobile Legends, yeah, every millisecond matters. The slightest decision making can actually win you a gunfight, rather a 1v1 or a 1v2. It matters how when you pop your skills, how you pop them. It's very similar to League of Legends. I'm very sure a lot of you are familiar with Faker, the King, League of Legends and all that. That's Mobile Legends as well for the mobile side of things. The slightest move can win you a fight. The slightest move at the right time. So when you're playing Mobile Legends, imagine you're using a hero like Alpha, or no, actually an Hayabusa, an assassin like that guy, and your skills are not registering on time, bro. I promise you, you are cooked. Like your S2 doesn't register on time, forget it. You can't escape gun. You can't escape team fights. Your out does not register on time, you're going to die. You're going to get melted. So like ping is very important. I promise you. There's a lot of times that ping is going to literally decide what happens in the game. And in cases where you're 120 ms, your opponent is 10 ms, bro, forget it, man. I don't care how good you are,
There's
you're going to suffer.
Xavier said
You're
na
going to
skill
suffer.
issue, bro. play
Leave me
play
Xavier, don't
play
worry.
against play against EU teams now, and then you
Leave me.
notice. I mean, you say na skill issue. Oh yeah, now it's very
No,
easy to
I
say like
mean,
until you're like
yeah,
at the
when you're
back end.
exactly when you're not in the shoes of the team there. Xavier, I want to see you play like against maybe play like against a full E team with the N9 team, with the Eclipse Gaming team. You're currently on a full T1 E team, or maybe a team on your level,
I
yeah.
mean,
And
bro,
probably like
next
you
to
will
like
suffer,
tier 2 teams. Imagine
bro.
EU
You will
teams.
suffer. Like it's just the fact the ping is always going to be a factor. I'm not saying ping is the only factor or is the major factor, but the one thing is ping also has a same gameplay, and there are times when it can actually become the major factor fast. There are times like that. 10 ms against
I
120 ms. I
mean,
don't care how
when
good
you
you are, but
have
you're going to get
like
shot on.
when you have two people on like similar gun skill, similar
Yeah,
level, if you have like literally two people similar level, that's when you have advantages come into play. People say skill issue at some point is because based on the fact that you are better than that person, so the advantage doesn't really matter. But like when you and the person are like on similar skill level, every slight advantage counts. I mean, we see games where what can literally determine the map is like one operator skill, and that's literally what can determine the map. So like now imagine being at like a disadvantage and the
that's it.
game is like literally that close. Like it's basically going to be next to impossible to compete. So like MS plays a big factor, but MS is usually irrelevant when the person you're going up against is
It's
bad.
better than you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, no, you don't. I like Xavier with the self awareness. Even myself, just kidding you. I can't lie, bro. The self awareness is peak. I won't
The
lie, bro. I
realization,
won't
bro.
lie. While we're talking, I was low-key watching the hardpoint game on display with the and low-key, I didn't see anything to analyze there because like the players are just like way too fast. The outgunning was just there, and it all just came down to MSH just dominating. Of course, like I'm gonna include that ping factor there as well. The S&D though, if I'm not mistaken, what was the S&D score again? Was it what was the score again for S&D? S&D
I
was
think it was still a blow. I think it was still a blowout
instead of blowout. Yeah, I think it
from
was a blowout as
Ace.
well.
But
So
like
unfortunately,
the SND was like even the one that okay, maybe you can say a few rounds could have gone like in in Trinity's favor. But at the end of the day, it's like the overall results, nothing nothing too much to write home about. The SND ended like 7-3, so there may be like a couple of rounds, a couple of 1v1s where you could have said, oh, if it went the other way, um Trinity might have won that round. But I think on the evening, on the day, I think Trinity MSH were deserved winners. Like no
yeah.
arguments.
I think I like the deservedness. The way Ace flog us yesterday, that rating, that's crazy. That's actually crazy work. It wasn't really the best of games for sure, no doubt. It wasn't the best of games. It kind of happened so fast. You might as well want to factor in that ping and all that. But ultimately, we're just hoping for better plays coming through from Trinity because before the game started, me and my co-caster Kijo, the first thing we said was, "Oh my god, finally a T1 game. We're gonna see like a very close matchup here where we can actually have fun all the way through to a map 3 where it's back and forth." And then after the hard points, I'm very sure we both kept quiet and we just did our job of casting and getting the hell out of there, bro. Because that was nothing we saw coming. We got traumatized. The PTSD was insane. Imagine how the players felt after that game. So crazy stuff, crazy work. That was it though. MSA just factored the whole thing, and now they are through to the winners bracket round. Literally, I would say the grand finals of the
Semi-finals,
qualified.
basically.
If they,
Yeah, the
what,
winners finals, semi-finals.
did they play the
Yeah, it's
finals? Did
like
they
the
like play the
semi-final.
last game?
No, no, no,
No,
no,
I'm
no.
asking like
So
after
like
okay, they don't play the qualify like the last two.
yeah, so like whoever wins like the
Yeah.
winners bracket like is
Mm-hmm.
qualified automatically, so they don't play again. But if you lose, you do have to go down to the losers bracket and
Yours bracket. Oh yeah, yeah.
play whoever comes out of there and then try to fight for your qualification spot. But yeah, today should be like way better than yesterday. I think like we have like a lot of banger matches. I think yesterday we had like a lot of tier two teams going up against each other, unfamiliar faces. So it wasn't really the epitome of
Yeah.
gameplay that most people were looking forward to. But it was still good. It still like seems stipulated, but it still goes to show you like how much Africa has kind of like evolved compared to like back in the day when most teams don't even know their left from their right and everybody's just like running blindly into gunfights trying to win.
Yeah. I mean, no doubt there. And Jerry, unfortunately, we're not going to be analyzing this game because there's nothing much to analyze. So we're just like watching the replay. Basically, that's what we're doing. We're not analyzing anything, bro. Like the PTSD is still there, even for me as a caster. So yeah, again, Jerry, if we could please go back to the real time website. Sorry, if we could go back to the fixtures, the bracket right now for today. If we could have a look at that and know what to expect from the games. Hello, maybe not the website, Jerry. The fixtures. Jesus Christ, bro. The fixtures for today, the bracket for Group A, and what we're looking at having. Hello, maybe a little behind the scene info. What's the first game of today? What should we expect? What's our first game today?
The schedule is Sierra 7 plays Aura first.
Hmm. Then we
Then,
go to the manga.
then we go to like Paradox and Mashada. Then that's like the
Yeah.
first two confirmed fixtures. Then, we'll go down to like while all those games are happening, you have like the losers bracket still running in the background. So after those games, we'll go down to like the losers bracket. And then whoever comes out from like the top qualifiers, Trinity, 911, ATA, Rift, and X-Line, they are going to produce like one team. Like those four teams, you have one team come out on top. And that team will go up against like the loser of Aura and Sierra 7.
So we see
So
right now, of course, our first game is Orange Series 7. Cyrix Series 7, guys. I keep forgetting the new edition.
Cyric Sierra
A
7,
lot
yeah.
of like what do you call it? Should I say mergers this year? We saw Nana God merge with Hunty Sport. We saw XYX and Series 7. I don't know why, but
Everybody they
first
also,
time.
bro. Everybody want
Everybody's
trophy.
hustling. Yeah, get the partnerships and just go all out this year. Because of course, esports looks good this year. Unfortunately, though, Codem still has no EWC sport. I don't know why. It's really annoying that I really hope we're going to have an EWC this year for Codem, but
I
unfortunately,
mean, Codem is in the
I
trenches,
think
so even Free Fire has like an EWC sport, which is
there's
crazy.
Free Fire. Honor of Kings came into global last 2 years. They've been a very big game in China for a very long time, but they came into global 2 years ago, and they currently are top three esports game in the world right now. That is insane work, and they are in the EWC as well. Mobile Legends is there for sure. There's no doubt. They were one of the highest. Mobile Legends has one of the highest pulling numbers in esports, not just on mobile, but entire esports. These guys pull millions of views, and they have currently the M7 is going on. They have about 30 streams, about 10 official streams. I mean, official streams are about 10, and each one is having over a million views. Each one over a million views on TikTok, on YT. That is insane. You have to understand the numbers for Mobile Legends are freaking insane. And I think the one reason they have such a community is accessibility. It's a game that it's really small. I think the size is like 300 MB on Play Store. It's not even that big. It's just when you start getting skins and all that, then you have to download a lot of things. But still, and also the fact that they actually actively push out their esports. If you go to the app, the esports is always there. It's like it's or your pop up. It's literally like you can literally predict games in there, literally. And of course, look at the EWC lineup for this year. We're looking at Valorant, bro. Look at the games, man. Jesus Christ. And again, I think I have a theory why Codem is in here. I think every game, every publisher is only allowed to have two titles. If you look at PUBG, they only have two titles here: PUBG Mobile and PUBG, the PC version. Same thing for a lot of titles. Call of Duty has Black Ops 7 and Warzone. So I think that's why they can't have Call of Duty Mobile. That's my theory. I'm not really sure. What do you think about that, Hello?
I think EA has more than one title, if I'm not wrong. I mean, Apex is EA, FC is EA. Okay, maybe it's just two titles, sure. But Riot Games also, like Riot Games developed League of Legends.
And Valorant
And Riot
as well.
Games, the Mobile Legends developed by who? Isn't it
It's not.
Riot
It's not
Games?
Riot. It's somebody else. So
So
yeah,
Riot
somebody
Games
else.
has three. Because like Riot, okay, Riot is like Valorant and League of Legends. Okay, I don't know if they. I wasn't sure if they were developers of
Uh,
like Mobile Legends.
Now, Mobile Legends is a different developer entirely. They even had a court case one time because of that whole thing. The original name wasn't even Mobile Legends. Okay, I think that's why they had to add Bang Bang because they had that court case and like the game was too similar. Blah blah. They had a very long argument for now. What do you call it? Legal argument. But eventually, Mobile Legends won, and they had to like change their name to add the Bang Bang and like change a couple features. But it's literally the same thing. It's more MOBA games. Honor of Kings also came out and they made their own thing, and they are literally the replica of Mobile Legends. But it's literally not the same thing, but different types of it. But again, yeah, I'm looking forward to see what the EWC is going to look like this year. Unfortunately, no condemn as usual. Hopefully next year we have a change of heart. Maybe I'm seeing. But for week one we have Valorant. We have Dota, we have Fatal Fury. I don't see Crossfire this year. We did have Crossfire last year. There is CSGO. I
Crossfire
think
is
there's
week
CSGO, right?
7.
Oh, there's Crossfire.
Week 7.
Oh, there is Crossfire. I just saw that. I'm so blind. There actually is Crossfire. That is cool. There actually is Crossfire
We're
still.
always going to have
There's
CS:GO, like games that are
yeah.
standard that you can
CSGO is
never be
like just
taken
too big
away.
to not be there.
CS:GO
I
is
mean, have
standard,
you?
Dota is standard, League of Legends is
Yeah.
standard. Like those three games, you can't ever take off like EWC. Like if EWC is crashing down and they are to only pick like 5 games, those 3 games like will always be
I'm
there
going
because
to
those
be
are
there.
like three of the
No doubt.
biggest esports games in the world globally. So like unfortunately, Codem doesn't have like the traction. Last year was like not really a great year for Codem in general to even like brag about. So like I mean, for us in Africa, we enjoyed ourselves because first champs. We had
Yeah,
events
yeah, yeah.
locally, but other regions, North America, Latam, like then they suffer.
going
Their
to
IDT
abroad.
red. They don't really see events. Like they just
You
play like champs, and that's it. That's why you hear a lot of them say they want
become
to
name
retire.
giant.
There's no support.
Yeah, sure, true.
There's no support. There's no this. There's no that. Like us in Africa, we dey enjoy. Like we take it for granted, but like
Yeah,
constantly having like steady events from third party is not. It's not easy. It's not easy at
no,
all.
it's not. It's not, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Like big shout out to organizers, to be honest.
For sure, man. Big shout out to ASG. Big shout out to all the organizers of events in Africa. Of course, big shout out to Kai Fest. I always find a way to mention them somehow. Big shout out to all the organizers out there that actually put their money on the line for this team to go and get a share off. And going to our next segment. Unfortunately, the match analysis didn't really work out. Hopefully, next Sunday we have games to actually go and analyze. But we want to go and talk about partners again. Final Circle has partners. And one of them, you guys very well know, is realtimepro.com, where you can, stay updated on everything happening in the African scene, literally. You can go there to, check rosters, check events, even watch streams. You can actually now watch streams on the Realtime website where they're live. You don't have to use that feature because I'm not going to use that feature. Personally, that Realtime is mad. I'm not going to use that feature. Well, I'm just saying you can go and watch streams when they're live there, and you can also, go if in case you're looking for an event and you don't know when they stream the event. If you go to the Realtime website, it's going to redirect you to where those events were streamed, what channels, and you can find out all your old clips and whatever you're looking for. Starting from the Oasis Champs. Anything before Oasis Champs is not there. Sorry, not Vex. Everything after the Oasis Champs in Africa, maybe even the world, for Kodem is going to be there. And subsequently, other games, Mobile Legends and everything. Because Realtime is not just a Kodem production agency anymore. We also handle Mobile Legends and a lot of other titles eventually are going to subsequently come in. But yeah, that's one of our major sponsors, or partners rather, because they are broke. They don't have to give you money, bro. They are partners of the Final Circle. And well, we have a new partner announcement, production. If you can pull that up on screen, we have a new partner announcement. And we've always been asking where I think a lot of you have always wanted to know where to predict esports matches. It's one feature a lot of people have been looking forward to. Me personally, I know I'm looking for a platform where I can go and predict esports matches. And and you can also watch live football matches there. There's a lot of third-party sites and all that, yes. But this actually lets you watch in 1080 pixels in top quality. You can actually watch live matches. You can predict on the esports, Call of Duty, Mobile Legends, League of Legends, Valorant, any esport title at all you watch and you love. You can go to that website and predict it. And the code is the referral link is on my TikTok bio. So click the link there, sign up with my promo code, and you can you're gonna get a percentage. I don't know, I forgot how many percent, guys. You're gonna get a percentage. Also, not just this promo code as well.
Agent.
You can also go through Realtime Prod. You can also use the promo code Realtime Prod, and you're going to also be getting the same discount. And unfortunately, Paradox, there's no CODM yet, but they are working to get CODM esports betting in the next 3 weeks. From what I heard, they have a 3-week timeline to incorporate CODM into their website. But right now, every other game is out there. Mobile Legends, League of Legends, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, Call of Duty Warzone, CSGO, literally all the esports game except Kodem, as usual. It's always Kodem, bro. Kodem has no more. Unfortunately, guys, there's no Kodem yet, but Kodem is going to be there very soon. And you can use the code RealTimeProd or code CAL321 to sign up with the referral link in my bio. And we're going to see you guys there. Look forward to see you. Hello, come and chop all your money there. You can also there's also sport bets in my way.
Sports never finish me. Like you and your partners.
You can also bet on sports, guys. You can also bet on sports, by the way, and also it's a normal betting side as well. And you can also watch football matches there. So big shout out to OneWin. They are partners of the Final Circle podcast, and we look forward to see you guys, there. But yeah, this has been. I think that this has been one of our shortest podcasts yet. It's still somehow entered 2 hours, but somehow almost at 2 hours. But yeah, guys, the ACC is going to be starting by 6 p.m. West African time today. It's going to be live on the mainstream. Is live on the ASG YouTube. I would beg you guys to actually go and watch it there. Paradox says it's time to chop money like thief. will use Charisma salary to play 2 short odds. That's crazy, bro. I'm going to stay out of this one. I had no idea that happened. I was not here. Now PDX know that one, Sha. But anyways, guys, the games are going to be starting by 6 p.m. West African time. It's going to be at least 4 games on stream. At least 4 games on stream. And of course, you guys are looking at PDX play their very first game on the stream today. I'm looking forward to seeing that happen. Oh, yeah. Mind you, you can also, again, like what I was saying about the website, you can just go to the website right now, search for your favorite event, and it's going to direct you to wherever the stream is happening. So in case you're looking for where the ASG stream is happening and you can't find the stream, go to the real-time website, search for the ACC. It's going to show you where the stream is happening, and it's going to redirect you to the YouTube itself. So big shout out to real-time. Big shout out to Jerry. I know. Big shout out to him, man. He's done a lot of work. He literally programmed this site all on his own. I did not. I helped him, Shabo. Anyways, he did most of the work himself.
Sure, but he would
big
believe
shout out to Jerry. I help him now. Give me some credit, bro. I was coding. I add A to the code. That's something, bro. Big shout out to Jerry, man. Big shout out to him, of course. You can go there. Also, the Final Second podcast, you can see that on your screen. Just click that watch live. It's going to redirect you to wherever the stream is, TikTok, YT, Twitch, OnlyFans, wherever the stream is. You can just, it's going to redirect you there. But yeah, big shout out to our partners. And of course, big shout out to ASG, call them. Big shout out to Halo, our guests. Big shout out to Changes as well for coming on the stream today.
Also, like, guys can, you can create, you for those in the stream, you can, there's going to be, I think maybe Changes mentioned it. There's going to be, a fantasy fixture coming, basically already set up, essentially. We're just waiting for, the Pro Series to kind of kick off. Then we have, that kickoff officially. But, fantasy, is something that we haven't really had in Call of Duty Mobile. I think we've never had it, to be honest.
Never had it.
And that's something that, in football, it's a big thing. In basketball, it's a big thing. Why not have it in, Call of Duty Mobile, So where we work, Changes built the entire website on his own, working day and nights. If you can go to awasportsgaming.com, there's a link on the Discord server on the ASG Discord that you can check out. The link will also be pushed out over the coming weeks, the coming days. You can basically essentially set up a team of your fantasy players, and they'll earn points for you based on their performances in games, matches, and Change said, if person sell my FPL, forums don't go contain me and am. So just putting in that anybody that is thinking of putting out smelling performances, me and you, we go square up.
Yeah, it's on your screens right now. You can see Jerry putting on the website there. Paradox asking, hello, question for you. Is there any prize, any first place prize? Is there any prize for the FPL?
Announcements to come soon, just observe. Yeah, as you can see on the website, the fantasy feature, it's up there where, and these are the matches for the games.
Okay, so we're looking forward to that then. I know personally I'm going to win the whole thing. I always win FPL GCs when I'm on. So we're looking forward to, winning the whole thing for sure. But of course, guys, look forward to that. The African Pro Series is going to be starting next month. We are currently playing the qualifiers. The qualifiers are going to be ending next week, Sunday. So we have one stream today. Then the next streams are going to be next week, Saturday and Sunday. And then we officially are going to be kickstarting things off at the African Pro Series. So you guys stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Look forward to the African Pro Series, the T1 event. Hopefully ASG qualified, because my God, they are playing the qualifiers as well. They have the wild card. They want to fight it out like everybody else. And their group definitely does look stacked. Can they make it through? We are going to be finding out next
they do have a chance though, to be fair. They do have a chance.
Unfortunately, they didn't sign Kausha, so I don't know how the chances actually are. But
I think that's advantage ASG, to be honest.
Shut the hell up, bro. But yeah, guys, this has been the Final Circle podcast, episode 4, and our second stream of the year 2026. We're gonna see you again next Sunday. Hopefully, our co-host rather, Seb, is back from his 3 pregnant wives. He had to go and deliver today. Unfortunately, but he had to leave us for that. Hopefully next week, Sunday, he's going to be back full time. And we also are expected to have a whole new roster of guests. Again, I did say, if you guys want to see any particular guest on the stream, whenever we re-upload the stream on the YT channel, you can go there and tell us which guests you want to see, and we are going to work tirelessly to get them on the next Final Cycle podcast. Big shout out to all of you coming on the stream, all of you on Twitch and TikTok, and we are going to be seeing you guys next week Sunday. Hello, any final words for these guys before the 6 p.m. stream?
Just watch out. It's going to be like not just the qualifiers, but like the main events is going to be a banger.
This is gonna be a
To always be
banger.
on stream,
Jerry
like-
and Hello qualifier. Yeah, please go on, man.
Yeah, so like just up on the stream, support your favorite teams. Like, share to your friends that don't watch Call of Duty. Tell them that this is like, come and watch Big COD. Those are your friends that play. Is it Free Fire they are playing or whatever it is they are playing? Tell them to come and watch real mobile game. Share the stream to them.
Okay, guys, I was not here for that violence. I did not partake in it, guys. I only, just watched Halo do it. But again, do make sure to, tell your friends to come watch it, guys. This is like the biggest Call of event so far in 2026 for Africa. So hopefully you guys share the links and share the streams. There's also a lot of watch parties. So big shout out to all the watch party hosts. Big shout out to all our restreams. And yeah, we're going to see you guys by 6 p.m. West African time. And also, thank God, Carl is not going to be casting anymore. So you guys, I got sacked from the event. I've been kicked out. So yeah, there's a bet. They are bringing in casters from LA, US, Europe, China, North Korea, Russia, and of course Greenland. So we're gonna see you guys there. Have a very lovely day, and see you guys next week Sunday. Goodbye, guys.